Hi everyone, welcome to week 3 for the Maths Refresher course. Got a whole bunch of more algebra to go through. Same format, I'm just going to put the questions on the board. We can go through them. Brian, because you're the only one here, you can say the answers instead of just typing them if you know them. Okay, so we're going to solve one-step equations. So we'll start with basics. Pen is dead. So this is where there's only one step of the equation, funnily enough. So C over 3 equals 2. So there should only be one step required to answer this. We know 6 divided by 2 is 3. So C equals 6. So another way, I think I went through this roughly last week, but 3 times 2 equals 6. If it's divided by, you can simply times them together and you'll get the number. So, again, I'm not going to spend much time on these. Y equals y plus 8. So what would y equal? So y equals 1. Again, because it's addition, we can simply take 9 away from 8, gives us our y back. Methodically working away in this program so I can make sure I'm on the right track. Again, I'm not going to do one more of these. So t would equal, there's a plus sign, 9 minus 2 gives us 7. We have 3 21 divided 3. 21 divided 3 divided by t equals 7. So t equals. Again, I'm not going to go through those too much because they are really just basic maths. It's just a matter of understanding the little tricks. So close that. Okay. 2-step equations. So 3. Now we're on 2 steps. I'll solve the first one for you. We'll do 3 or 4 practice, and then we'll move on to the next one. There is an absolutely massive amount of content to cover in these few weeks. So 3d minus 5 equals 1. So if we were to solve for d, how would we do that? Any ideas? So in order to correctly answer this question, it's a little bit trickier. Yeah, Ryan's got it. So it's a little bit trickier than the 1 step. So we take 5 and we add it to both sides of the equation. So we need to get rid of it. So what we're doing here is getting rid of the 5. So that then leaves us with 3d over 3. Sorry, 3d equals 6. Now we need to get rid of the d. Sorry, we need to solve for the d. We need to get rid of the 3. So here we have 3 times d. Really, that's what that means. So if we divide both sides by 3, we get d equals 2. So well done, Ryan. Again, I'm going to put another one of these up and then go through it to you. This is the sort of the pinnacle point of where algebra goes from here. It starts to get a lot more complicated. And understanding how we can get rid of a number from one side in order to solve is really the cornerstone of algebra. So again, 2m minus 1 equals 3. Now this isn't a simple one step, this is a 2-step equation. So I'm going to give a 1 minute to figure that out. Maybe 2 minutes actually. What we need to do here. Similar concept to the first question that we did. Okay. So same as we did before. 2m minus 1. We need to get rid of the 1. Plus 1 is 3 plus 1. Because what we need at the end is 2m equals a number. That's how we can then calculate the value m. So this would say 2m equals 4. But again, we have this pesky number 2 here. So we need to, again, this is 2 times m. So we need to divide both sides by 2, which gives us m equals 2. Right. I'll do another one more, maybe 2 more, because this is the trickiest part, where most people get tripped up. If you get tripped up here, it's difficult to move forward. 3h minus 2 equals 1. What is the value of h? Give everyone 60 seconds. So again, same process. We have 3h minus 2 plus 2. 1 plus 2. We need to get rid of the 2 off this side. So we have, so 3h equals 3. Again, need to get rid of this pesky 3. What do? Brian, have I got the right answer? Yeah. We can then, again, go back and check your work. 3 times 1 equals 1. But no, not that simple. So that's why we can't, that's why we have to use this process, because it's not as simple as just plotting in a number. Okay, let's do one more where there is a plus instead of a minus. So 3t plus 1 equals 10. So 60 seconds to figure that one out. All right, Ryan, talk me through it. So 3t plus 1, do I have to take the 1 away? So because it's adding 1, we have to take 1 from both sides to get rid of this pesky 1 here. So we then end up with 3t equals, sorry, no, 1. So again, 3 times t divided by 3 divided by 3, t equals 3. Okay, hopefully everybody understands that. If it was 3t divided by 1, we would have to times it by 1 to get rid of it instead of a minus. If it was 3t divided by 1, we would then times that by 1 to get rid of it again. Okay, let's move on to some more difficult stuff so we can get through loads. Okay, again, I'm going to go through this quickly. Y, so this is called which x or which y satisfies an equation. Y plus 11 equals 12. Does y equal 1 or does y equal 3? I'm going to spend about 10 seconds per question on this. So fairly self-explanatory. Y equals 1. So d plus 16 is 22. Does d equal 6 or 8? So 6 plus 16 is 22. So 6c, what's the value of C is 6. Okay, started off easy. I'm getting a little bit more complicated now. 3 equals minus t over 3. What is the value of t? So minus t. So what divided by 3 gives us 3? So we know the divided by number. We know it's minus, and in order for this number to be a positive, it has to be a minus times a minus. So I would put in there minus 3, which gives us a positive. Sorry, minus 9. But because it's minus 9, we get rid of that, and it's 9 divided by 3. So it's will equal 3. Okay, I'm not going to do that question. So again, knowledge of basic numbers. 3w equals 0. Value of w. Yes, you'd be correct if you had said 0. So again, I'm going to throw a few tricky ones in here. A over 4 equals minus 3. What's the value of A? So again, for this number to be minus, one of these two numbers has to be a minus also. So if you had said that A equals minus 12, then you'd be correct. I'm going to do one more of these, then we'll move on. 40 is 4. What is the value of B? So Ryan says B equals 10. Easy cheater hack, because this is 4 times B. You just divide 4 by 40, and that gives you 10. All right, I'm not going to do any more of those. Let's make it a bit harder. Okay, so now I'm going to give you some partly worded, partly on paper, well, on one. If you ever see something like this, you're dealing with 2 variables. Usually, X and Y. So you might see a question that says, does 1, 2, X and Y? Because when you get into grade 10, and some people have done it in grade 11, depending on their teacher, this starts to look at graphing coordinates and stuff like that. So does this make y equals 5x true? So when we're looking at this is probably the most complicated thing we will go through in algebra. So y, well I'm going to make it simple, and I'm going to keep it at 0 and 0. Keep it simple. So y equals 5. So we plug these two numbers in, and 0 equals 0. If this matches this, then it's a true statement. Yeah, perfect, Ryan. Okay, let's use this same logic for this question. Make y equals x. I'll give everyone 2 minutes to have a think about what that might mean. So Ryan says 4 equals 4. So again, it's a nice and simple one. Y equals x, and 4 equals 4. Yes, it is true. Right, another one. That's the point. 1 and 5 make y equals x true. All right, Ryan, where we go? So y does not equal x because you have 1. Well, I'll do one more of these. So it does 2, 1 make y equals 2x. So we have 1 minute on this one and we move on. So we are quickly chewing through our Okay, so an ordered pair, so x equals 2, and y equals 1. So 2x equals 4 and y equals 1. Is that a true statement? No, it is not. It is false. I might. Let's do one. This is fine. So does a y does that so again 1 minute, maybe 30 seconds to figure it out. So no, well, I can already tell because of, so this would say that y equals 9x. We plug the values in. Zero is not equal to 27, so it does not satisfy you. I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions on these, please put me an email. All right, we'll finish those. So we are getting through like months of work every time. So I want you guys now to show a few equations. This is a skill that is difficult to master. Once you've got it, all those tricky worded questions in your exams, they don't seem so scary. So if you're listening along, 382 is the same as 126 minus n. How would I write that in an equation? So again, I'm going to give like 30 seconds for each of these, put under some pressure. So 382 is the same as 126 minus n. So it should look something like, so 382 is the same, so is the same as, and this will be written as an equal sign. 126 minus n. Okay. Let's skip through a few of these. Okay. Same thing. 186 is the same as t plus 303. So 10 more seconds. So Ryan, don't worry too much about actually calculating it. We're just writing the equation. Don't worry about calculating it, just writing it. So 186 is the same as t plus 303. So 186 equals t plus 300. So we're not really concerned about actually answering these equations. Now we're just learning how to go from words to equations. Okay, I'm going to do one more of these. Okay, last one. And I'll write this out so you can see. H is the same as, because I'll use these tricky words in your exams to check. Total of 79. So put that bottom equation there into those words into an equation. Give it one another 30 seconds. So this one, 8 is the same as. That's the first part. 8 equals. That's easy. So the total of is just another way of saying 79 plus 2. So it's just about learning. The lingo, so to speak. All right, let's move on. I am moving quickly, I know, but we have a lot to get through in 10 minutes. Okay. What we're going to talk about now is simultaneous. So x plus 7y equals 14. 2x plus 2y equals 16. Same thing as we had before. But we're going to change the language. 7, 1, a solution to this equation. Again, x being 7, 1 being 1. So again, you put the numbers in. I'm going to give you 30 seconds to think about it and see how you answer it, and then I'll through it. So you just jump into it straight away. So we can then plug the numbers in. So that would be 7 plus 7 times 1 does equal 40. The bottom equation, 2 times 7 plus 2 times 1 does equal 16. So x equals 7, x equals 1 is a solution to this. Most of algebra is just trying to trick you. You have all the skill. You have the knowledge. But it's about knowing when to apply them. And that conundrum doesn't change even when you get into grade 12. They give you a big formula booklet for your grade 11 and 12 exams. Most students' problem is looking at that and knowing where to apply them. So most students have the knowledge, it's just learning when to apply it. So does this satisfy this? This one, a bit more complicated. I'm going to give you 60 seconds to have a look. So put the numbers in. So y equals, what is this? 1 plus 5. You can already tell it's not going to be true. Y equals 7 times 1 plus 3. So it's only a solution for one of those two equations. Now this is really important when you get into grade 10 and you start looking at right. Okay, I'm not sure if there's going to be more time than that. Actually, I'll do one more. So, one more of these. Again, is 1, 9 a solution to these simultaneous equations. So y equals x plus 8. Y equals 7x plus 2. Now, 60 seconds. Tell me if this is a solution. So Ryan has correctly stated that that is correct. 1 plus 8 equals 9, which is why 7 times 1 plus 2. So that is a solution to these simultaneous equations. All right, we have gone through a lot of algebra so far. Let's keep pushing another 5 minutes or so. Okay, now we're going to look at inequalities. Inequalities is just is x greater than, that is an inequality in its simplest form. Something is greater than something else or less. Same thing again, we'll put these coordinates, 1 and 3. That's what they will become. Your life will become nothing but a bunch of graphs and coordinates. A solution to, and we'll call it an inequality, 6x plus 4y, is that greater than 8? Then I'm going to give you 30 seconds to figure this out. This is what we call an inequality. Is something greater than or less than something else? Ryan, you're the only one here. What do we got? So is it greater than 18? No. It is not a solution. Let's try. Same thing again. So does 2 and 10 satisfy the inequality y is greater than 4x plus 1? Again, another 30 seconds to figure this one out. So y being this one is 10. 4x, 4 times 2 plus 1 is 10, greater than 9. So the statement is not, so the statement is true. I don't know why I said not. That's one more. So does 7 and 1, the coordinates, mean y is less than 5x plus 7? Is that a solution? So I'm going to solve this one. So y equals 1. 5 times 7 would give us 35 plus 7 for following out all the operations. One is less than 3. So that is true. So that is a solution to our inequality. Okay, well, we just got through about 3 months with the maths. So if your brain hurts, you're not alone. I will put this recording up straight away, and we'll get into something else that isn't algebra next week. I can't remember exactly what it is next week, but we will get cracking. All right, I'll stop the recording.